Yeah, right. Lots to consider here. Let's start with the race for the Champions League spots. Arsenal, Manchester City, Manchester United and Aston Villa have already qualified and Liverpool are in pole position to join them. A point or more against Brentford at home will see them qualify. Now, there is a scenario where 6th place qualifies too. If Aston Villa finish 5th, then their Europa League success would mean the team finishing 6th would qualify too. Now, Bournemouth are currently 6th. But victory for Brighton against Manchester United could see them leapfrog Bournemouth. Right, now, if you think that was complex, here's how the race for the Europa League and UEFA Conference Leagues looks. Teams finishing 6th, 7th are currently guaranteed a place in the Europa League, with 8th securing Conference League football. Fulham, down in 13th, can still qualify for European football, which shows how wide open the race is. If Villa finish 5th, then, as we said, 6th would qualify for the Champions League, meaning there'd be 1 Europa League spot and 1 Conference League position. Now,
Chelsea now bringing in XABI Alonso. It's about giving him the bare minimum 2 seasons, full seasons. You have a pre-season with the boys, you get to know them, you build the chemistry, you build the system. The first season, of course, being out of Europe helps. And then the following season, you'd like to think they're challenging for me. You'd like to think the first season, they're in the top 4, it's deemed a success, maybe you get a trophy out of it, but then the following season, for me, probably thinking, OK, they've edged a bit closer now, can you go to the next level? And then I think for me, ultimately, this is the guy that can take him to the promised land again. Do you know what I mean? From what he's done in the past, the excitement he brings to the fan base, to the players, you know, you can see Cole Palmer was buoyed. Can't wait to play for him. I think that's the feeling you have inside as a player. When you see a manager come in, you're like, you know what? I'm having a bit of that me.
Well, it's no doubt it's a fantastic appointment from Chelsea's point of view when you consider how poor it's been for them certainly this season. And you think there's probably the chance that there's definitely no Champions League football, maybe an outside chance for European football. Who knows? See how tonight goes. But they're actually 10th in the Premier League right now. And you think what the players they have in the squad, the money that they've spent, but they can still go and get a manager of that level. So they'll be absolutely delighted with that. And the biggest thing for it, I think, will be not so much what XABI Alonso is going to do next season, but I do believe that Chelsea have 5 or 6 really top players, and there was murmurings that they were starting to think about their future. Understandably so, with no Champions League football. But I think with the appointment of XABI Alonso, I think that could keep those players at the club. Listen, they still may move on, I don't know. But I think the sign of someone with the calibre of his playing career alone, but also certainly him being seen as one of the real up-and-coming big managers of the future. And yeah, it's really exciting for Chelsea. Great appointment.
Cole, I guess it's been quite the weekend. So let's just start with the reaction in the dressing room from that news that you're going to be working with XABI Alonso next season.
Yeah, everyone's excited. He's a top manager, so yeah, we can't wait to get started.
Obviously still work to do this campaign. Do you sense, though, perhaps it's added a little extra motivation now to this dressing room that he's going to be watching on, make his plans for what's ahead?
Yeah, well, obviously it should be the motivation there anyway, but everyone wants to impress the new manager that's coming in, so yeah.
There's a bit of breaking news we can bring you on Sky Sports News that Levi Colwill, who many had reported was on the verge of being included in Thomas Tuchel's World Cup squad, he's not. I've had confirmation in the last few minutes that he has not been selected. Despite a real renaissance of form for Chelsea in the last few matches. He's had another injury-ravaged season, but he's been really impressive in recent times, so he will be disappointed for sure.